But at the time, 44 years ago now, there wasn't much sympathy that I can ascertain for what happened to the nationalist population in this country. You had a very unionist government. There was a lot going on. I mean, I was actually married in the same month as this happened. I remember the time quite well, if not the event. I come from a unionist background. I would have to say at that time, there wasn't much sympathy in my community for the way it was portrayed to us through the paper, through the media. It was completely different from what you now hear and what you see in that film. As to what politicians now are trying to do about it, well, I came to it about 5 years ago, at the same time as yourself, sir. The presentation up in Stormont, I was very impressed by the presentation, by the emotion and the conviction of the people who talked about it, relatives as we have here. And I decided to stick with the campaign. Now, as to why it didn't start in 1972, I can't give you an answer. It perhaps should have. If it had started straight away, I believe Bloody Sunday wouldn't have happened.
The two politicians I was referring to, with all respect, I wasn't referring to you. I was referring to Gerry Adams and Dr. MacDonald. I mean, they were from the nationalist community, so presumably they would want to champion the nationalists in that area.
Well, they would have to speak for themselves. I've heard them, I've seen them on the film. I think they have a huge concern about all these matters, but we are now getting to a point where something has to actually happen. You know, we've tried every avenue, through inquest, through proposed inquiries, through the Southern government, through the Secretary of State and through the Prime Minister, and you just keep hitting the blank wall. You know, but there is interest now from other politicians. I mean, we've had a unionist politician at one of our events up in Stormont, which was, I think, a bit of a breakthrough, to be fair. We'll keep at it. We have to see where the next step is the best thing to do. But as far as Gerry and Alice are concerned, they'll talk about one of these events too.